Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with the new video. And this is going to be discussing Washington football team versus the Green Bay Packers. Again, I apologize for not doing a pregame analysis for either Green Bay Packers versus Washington football team video or a video pregame analysis of Real Madrid versus Barcelona El Clásico. Just, I had to, with the new move, trying to get even more things situated. If you notice, I do have a new setup here, for recording videos. I know that the lighting isn't all that good. For some reason, this room did not come with a light, so I have no choice but to use like a lamp. So I'm trying to get as best as light as I can. That's why I also have my laptop on, so that way that could produce, some type of light here. So, let's talk about this game. This is going to be a Washington football team game, Green Bay game. And this Washington team all around is just bad. I really didn't want to do a video, talking about. I'm not even going to do the good, the bad, the ugly anymore. Not for this video. I'm just going to go on a rant, talk about how this team is just outright bad. They did have their moments, but it was my fault for them giving me false hope. Taylor Heinnicke played okay, but there was just some plays that I was like, really? Are you really kidding me right now? Antonio Gibbson also had, a few questionable things. The defense just gave me a what the heck type vibe of deal. So, just all around, I'm just at this point, next man up. I think that Washington should just best player available in the draft next year. Best quarterback available. Let's do BQA, best quarterback available in the draft next year. At this point, Taylor Heinnicke, he is not the answer at quarterback. And I think I said that already. I thought I said maybe he could be. But I was leaning towards my weight. But with performances like last week, performances like these, like today, more and more showing that he is not, and I repeat, he is not going to be the Washington football team quarterback future here. So, I really don't know what to say about Ron Rivera giving him a full confidence. Going in with Ryan Fitzpatrick. When you could have traded for Matt Stafford. You look at Matt Stafford, how he's doing with the Rams right now. You had a chance to get him. You have a chance to trade for Deshaun Watson here. Because I don't know if that's going to come through with the Dolphins, but you have a chance to put your name in the hat there. At this point, I think I'm not a big Tua fan. I've seen Tua play. I'm not impressed, but he's got to be better than Taylor Heinnicke at this point. I said Taylor Heinnicke is not the answer. He did have nearly 100 yards rushing today. He had a big 38-yard run. He recovered a fumble that was fumbled by Adam Humphries, I think. It was Adam Humphries or DeAndre Carter. Can't remember which of the two. So, those guys, I'm gonna commend him for that. But the interception was bad. That was a bad interception. Him not knowing where the goal, his goal line presence when he was running towards the goal line and he got touched. He got touched. And it was basically fourth and goal. So this offense, the offense was also bad. I'm gonna rip into them. How do you go? You had a chance to get into this game. You had 4 chances in the red zone, and you score none of those chances. Basically, the lone touchdown that you score comes on a big play by Terry McLaurin. But how do you go 0 for 4 in the red zone? That was just bad. The 4th and goal play when it was at the 2-yard line, I want to say. Why would you throw it to Ricky Seals-Jones when, J.D. McKissick? I love J.D. McKissick in the red zone. He's a guy that will never fail in the red zone. You should have, the play call could have gone that way instead of throwing it to Terry McLaurin or Ricky Seals-Jones on that drive. So I'm going to rip into that. What other things? The defense. I'm not even going to talk about the defense anymore. I'm just not. I'm tired of talking about how they blow it. Danny Johnson. He stepped in. William Jackson. He was okay. He was going to get roasted. He is not. Washington needs more cornerback depth. What's this guy's name? Cornerback. Benjamin St. Juice. Ben St. Juice, he was getting burnt a couple of times. Devontae Adams. But, it is what it is there. I'm not going to spend time on the defense. We already know what the defense is. The front seven was able to get back to Aaron Rodgers today. They did have a couple of sacks. Jonathan Allen had a few sacks. Montez Sweat had a few sacks. Chase Young was a disruptor. The offensive line basically had to poke his eyes to keep him from being disruptive. So, the front seven is solid. They were able to keep Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in check today. So, hats off to the front seven, but that secondary is just Landon Collins is hot garbage no matter where you put him. He was kind of like a linebacker / safety hybrid, whatever. He's trash no matter. He's got to up and go. Who else? Let me see. Kendall Fuller, he was getting roasted by Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams had a nice touchdown against Kendall Fuller, so it is what it is there. Basically, what I heard the commentator say was that, Aaron Rodgers basically played Chase Young because Chase Young was caught in a rock in a very hard place. He was, heading towards Aaron Rodgers, but by the time Aaron Rodgers threw it, it was out of his hands, and he couldn't, he wasn't able to, he wasn't going to be able to get to Devontae Adams in time to knock it down, so that was hard. It's going to be a tough play either way for the Washington defense to get to, but it is what it is there. So, all around bad performance by the team. 24-10. The scoreline wasn't that bad, but when you're 0 for 4 in the red zone, how do you go 0 for 4 in the red zone? The Scott Turner did, change it up with different, with gadget plays, with giving it to, I think it was like DeAndre Carter with a jet sweep there. Taylor Heinnicke 38-yard run, Terry McLaurin 39, like a 40-yard touchdown grab. But after that, the offense was lackluster. So, I just don't know. The refs were trying so hard to give the game to the Packers in Lambeau. Antonio Gibson had a fumble that was recovered by Washington offense when the defense, couldn't secure it, and then the offense got it back. They really wanted the Packers to get that ball back. But, with plays going up to New York, that's fine. What other... Like I said, Taylor Heinnicke with a really bad interception. What other fumbles did I see out there? I know that there was a few more that I saw. I think it was DeAndre Carter. So, Washington basically lost the turnover battle. They lost the turnover battle. Montez Sweat did cause a turnover along with having a sack, but no interceptions today, so... I just don't know what to say, guys. I really didn't want to do a video. This is just it was a really bad performance all around by this offense. That's why I'm not even going to bother doing the good, the bad, the ugly. We actually got our first look, before I forget, of special teams. Some noteworthy special teams plays here. We did see Chris Blewett in his first action. He did have a field goal blocked. So, but then the special teams unit came right back and blocked a Mason Crosby field goal themselves. I think it was, Tim Settle got in and got the block. So I don't know if that's a defensive, if that goes down as a defensive play or a special teams play. Either way, that was solid. That was much needed because it was. Here's the thing, Washington. It was 7-7. It was 7-7 until the last few seconds of the first half. It was 7-7, and it was back and forth. And then next thing you know, Aaron Rodgers, in the your first drive of the third quarter, what was it? No, it was a fumble. It was a fumble lost by, who was it? It was a catch fumble. Was it? Yeah, it was a catch. I think it was DeAndre. I can't remember who it was. And then that gives momentum to Aaron Rodgers to score a touchdown. Robert Tonyan touchdown. So it just sucks. This team, I don't know what it's gonna take to hit rock bottom. They're gonna take on, the Broncos next week, which should be, and I say keyword should be, a winnable game, but it's not. With the defense where it is, Taylor Heinnicke being up and down, being a roller coaster, not doing, when he tries to shoot it down, it's bad. When he plays conservative, it's bad. When he runs, it's bad because, it's all around bad for Taylor Heinnicke. Again, like I said, 0 for 4 in the red zone when he was touched and he thought that he had it when he didn't. The goal line he was short, and then I don't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to reach into it, and he was touched again. So they were giving a reprieve. Like I said, the defense, it is what it is. They did have some few solid drives where they held Aaron Rodgers away, especially when Washington had those red zone debacles, those missed opportunities. They had him pinned, they had Aaron Rodgers pinned back in his own goal line, and they were to give the ball back to Washington, but Taylor Heinnicke and Antonio Gibbson just missed opportunities all around. So the red zone offense got to improve. The defense, I don't know. So I'll probably do depending on how my schedule looks this week. I'll probably do it after the Broncos game next week because Washington has a bye week. Not this week, but the following week. But they have a bye week in the next 2 weeks. So I'll probably do some videos on how Washington, if the trade deadline coming up, the who needs to go, who needs to stay after the 8 weeks, give or take. Now 8 weeks next week, so. But what else can I say, guys, about this game? This was just a really bad game for Washington fans. Let me know what you all think. I'm done talking about Washington at this point. I want to move on and talk about Real Madrid because that was actually a pretty good game. Real Madrid were able to win the Clásico for the 4th consecutive time. So I really want to talk about that next here. But alrighty, guys, that'll do it for this video. Let me know what you all thought about Washington's performance today. Me personally, lackluster. It's a rant. It's just, it's a different change of pace of what I usually do. Between the good, the bad, the ugly. But it is what it is there. So, alright, guys, that'll do it for this video. Until then, guys, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.